guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. So, guys, tonight, we have Nakia back.
Hey, y'all.
I'm
You know,
so excited to have you.
this is the only feed that calls me Nakia. I'm like getting used to it, but it's okay.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
It's okay. It's okay. You're good.
Oh, my
But it's
God.
so good to be back with you again. Oh my God, this is like becoming a thing. All right. No.
Oh, my God. And we have such an interesting topic tonight. Before we get into it, because this is going to get spicy, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nico Nice, welcome. Derek, welcome. Speedy YT, welcome. O'Shane, welcome. Kia, welcome. Here we go. KJ, welcome. Mika, welcome. Cindy, welcome, 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 everybody. Tough Man, welcome. Tall Man. TWTS, big up yourself. AG Born Jamaican, big up yourself. Big up everybody that's in the chat. No, oh my God, Nakaya. Here we go.
Right.
Right.
Hey, everybody in the chat.
So, our topic tonight, Duffus family, big up yourself. Malik, big up yourself. Our topic tonight, white men prefer Black women.
Yes.
Now, I know a lot of people might have been in their feelings when they saw that topic that, white men prefer Black women, but
because we always talk about Black men with white women. Like that's that's the okay topic to talk about, but we never talk about, white men with Black women. And it's been like that for forever. And I'm not saying that every white man on earth prefers a Black woman, but much more would be with Black women if it was accepted. Like, I believe that's the reason. It's not because if you look at it from the beginning of time, white men have always been with us. Like, it's just what it is. Prince Harry, which is where that conversation came from, because they were saying how white women, middle class white women, were like jumping all over him because he disregarded his family, and like he's taken on, she knew what it was to be a royal, and and his stand was, forget all of that, that's my wife. But the real issue is she's Black. If she wasn't Black, nobody would have anything to say.
Exactly.
And I think, right. And white women, that's a deep embedded hatred for Black women. Like, it really is. Like, that everyone always says, why it is that they are like that with us. It's just because it's been like that for so long. Like, it's kind of like, I know my man want you and I can't do nothing about it. Like, that's how it was in slavery.
Ooh, I was just about to say, ever since
in slavery, that's how it was.
They had the house slaves, right? So you already know what happens with the house slaves.
Exactly.
And the
only reason the house slaves wasn't the wife is because he couldn't have a Black woman on his own.
Exactly.
So yeah, but you're basically a prop. Like, but I tell people, that's why you have so many interracial kids during slavery. That's why you have that, because we were always the preferred race. Man, from the time we got there, it wasn't something that was, new, or like, they were fascinated with us, from the time we got there, when they first came over, like, and it started before we even reached back over here. So, it was just, I guess, comical to me to hear that, because I'm like, now the real reason. Come on now. Feelings right now. Because I always say, and I love to say, to clarify, not all white women feel this way, but a lot of white women feel this way. But that's also why they do everything like us. Like, it's ghetto when we do it, but when they do it, it's okay. Like, we can wear cornrows. Good example, and it's like, oh, that's so hood, that's so ghetto, that's so ratchet, but let Kim Kardashian do it and it's okay.
You're reading my mind. I was literally about to say, let Kim Kardashian go ahead and throw them in, and then it's like,
now
fashion.
so acceptable now. Now urban hair, is so acceptable now. Like everything from like, I'm gonna tell you what kills me. Not only that, because we're innovators anyway. Like Black people are innovators is what it is. I can't think of, and somebody would have to help me out. I can't think of one thing that a white person created on their own. Like I don't know. So if there is something, I would have to search for it. So like we are the innovators of everything pretty much, or people, and not just Black people, people of color, period. You know what I mean? And when I say Black women, I'm going to go ahead and add in women of color, because it was the same thing with the Latinos. It was the same thing with, just women of color, period, and so we were just preferred, and it's just what it is. But I think even when it comes to Black men with white women, I didn't really get into it on my live the other day, but it's kind of reverse psychology type, because I think the big thing there is, it's almost like we don't have their privilege. Okay. So what you appeal to him is, I'm better than her, but I can go and get snatched and get a booty and put a little slang in my talk, and I can act like her too. It's the whole, comical to me. Like, it's so comical to me. And I'm like, you still, and our Black men just but I don't have any, and let me just say, I don't have anything against anybody who interracially dates or marries, or, marry who you love, marry who you want. But that me personally, I believe in Black love. I feel like we're the only race that has to defend why we want to stay together. But like all my Indian friends, Vietnamese friends, they all stay within their race, and it's no one says anything. It's not, right. We say it, and it's like,
exactly.
But I think a lot of that comes from even like segregation. I think it hurt us. I tell people, don't get me wrong. Okay, yeah, you integrated us, and you integrated us with the school system and all those things, but you could have brought that same educational system to us. I think even that was done, you know what I'm saying, wrong, because now you have Black people feeling like we have to conform to white ways, to European ways, and we lost our culture. I think we really lost our culture in that, trying to be accepted. And I think as the generations have went by now, what happens is you get to my generation, especially millennials, everybody's like, what? Because like I said, in my life, I never, even though I saw that when I was younger, I never, ever wanted to be a white woman. There was nothing in me that craved, oh, I want to be like you, or I want to be accepted by you, or, like kind of like when our parents was growing up, they had to like be friends with a white person and kiss their butt and do this and do that in order. It's not like that anymore. The times have progressed, which is why Prince Harry can do what he's doing now comfortably. And it's kind of like whatever, because you don't have to like me, because I have a whole world that accepts me. It's like that type of, thing. It was opposite before. And I think it's like he said, being in a monarchy, I don't even think he realized he was racist until he married his wife. Like, you don't look at it because for some crazy reason, people feel like privileged people or rich people can't be racist. I don't know how in the hell they get that conclusion. Like, they were really like, it was crazy. I was watching, I think, Fox News, and they was like, how dare her say something? Oh my God, you're just going through so much living in a palace. You're going through so much. I was like, are you serious?
I think that's the perception though, because it's a feeling that you already have everything. What could you be suffering from? You know what I mean? People don't understand that as much as you have, there's still something that you may not have.
You may not have.
You have peace of mind. She didn't have peace of mind. She had all the luxuries, but she had no peace of mind at all.
And
so,
then here we go, back to slavery again. Like, to even ask this man, whoever it was who asked the question, but to even ask this man, like, how dare you go to a father and say, I'm a little concerned about how dark your son's going to be when he's born.
That's crazy to me.
This is their mouth to say that, you know, like, but it goes to show too, maybe if he's just a little dark, he can get away with it. Because I'm going to tell you, it would have been it was already a bad reaction when he brought Megan, but say he would have brought somebody like Michelle. Somebody, come on.
Wouldn't make it through the door. Would not make it through the door.
Would not. Somebody who's still using empowerment, we still, might got a hot comb tucked away somewhere, like we black, right? So.
Not through the door.
Not through the door. And what's so sad about that is that entire monarchy is racist. Like, it was built on racism. And I don't understand how no one caught that, like, look at it. Just look at it. It's a whole royal white family.
Exactly.
Bloodline royal white family. I don't know who called them royal, because honestly, I don't know how they got there, but okay, fine. But you chose the only royals I know, only kings and queens I know was us. But okay, but we can go there. So you create a royal bloodline, okay, of all white people. And nobody sees, no, they're not racist. I'm like, can't nobody else be a queen? Can't nobody else be a princess, a prince, nothing, right? You just got the whole thing locked down.
They're mad because now if they claim her kids, then it's no longer a white bloodline.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's no longer, because no
matter how you like it,
somebody with black blood, becomes king.
Like, it's that's new. You just don't want that again. We had so many black kings, like, you got the whole idea. Like, we had kings and queens, and this it's crazy to me because it's like, you're not good enough. You're not good enough. Okay, we already let you marry him, but we give you a title, but now you had this baby. Like, what you thought they weren't gonna have kids? Okay, so now she has this baby, and you don't even want to give this child a title. You don't even want to give your grandson a
That's
title.
to me. How do they think that looks to the public? Like,
I don't think they thought about this.
You know what I mean? It doesn't even make sense, because now they're out of it, right? Because if I feel like if she had stayed, it would be another Princess Diana story. I legit feel like it would be another Princess Diana story if she had stayed there.
Right. And the difference in that too, that's going to make this different, and I just speak life over them, is her husband stood up for her.
Absolutely.
He did what a husband is supposed to do. He wasn't looking at his wife's color, not even when he married her. It was kind of like, well, but again, he chose who he wanted, which is how we got on this topic. Okay. No one said, no, you can't do this. He already had spent so much time in Africa anyway. I wasn't shocked, because he spent so much time over
the He was different from his brother. He did
always
things his brother didn't do. Like, he wasn't one of them. Like, to be honest with you, he was never one of them.
He wasn't. And you know what's sad though? When you see him with his brother, you can tell his brother doesn't even want to be one of them. He doesn't. He was born into that role. He can't be what he want to be. He can't do what he want to do. He has to have Kate to his side. He can't do anything else. Like, it's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. And I love how he took control of his own life. And he realized that this is now my family. I get it. that's my extended family, but this is my family. I think everybody can learn a lesson from this, just in like normal everyday life, because so many times husbands feel like they have to choose when there's no choice. There's no choice. Your wife is your choice. Period.
You married her.
That's it. And he moved all the way. Like I seen a meme that had on the ground, and it was like Prince Harry moved his wife to a whole nother country to protect her, and y'all can't even block it from your inbox. I was
like, I'm pretty sure there's more coming. Oh my God.
Yeah. I was like, wow. So that's what I meant by that when I was saying that. I think now he started something.
Yeah.
I'm like, good for him. Now he started something. Just like they see so many Black men with white women, the reverse is about to happen. Because nobody said it was okay until now. You would be talked about, especially prominent white men, doctors, lawyers, you know what I'm saying? Like they usually, if they do it, it's an issue in their family. It's an issue in their workplace. It's an issue in their, so it's just almost easier to have a white woman. But I think he doesn't even know how many people he eased the weight off of. Yeah, he really did. He eased that weight up off of them, especially with our millennials. Like they already got a mind of their own anyway. They like whatever, like y'all crazy. But yeah. But I think that whole idea, the bottom line to all of this is the world is losing its whiteness. That's the problem.
And everybody's having a problem with that.
Let me read these
comments and get back into it. No, Michelle, not even the gate, much less the door. Yep, Michelle would not get in.
No.
Carlene is saying that the royal family is now tainted. They didn't think it would work or even last this long. I don't think they thought it would work either.
I agree. They didn't.
If she had, the thing is, she spoke up and she stood by her side. He is in love with his wife. Okay, so he stood up and stood by her side.
Yeah, absolutely. He's in love. Yeah, he loves his wife.
Hey Ken, thanks for coming in. Mika, right, Nakia, no choice. Don't think some men don't realize, like, there's no choice between your wife and there's no choice. You already chose.
Yeah, everybody's no. When a man takes on a wife, that's it. He leaves everything else. One time I'm a big advocate for therapy. So I have a therapist that I see every single, like at least twice a month. And so I remember one time I was talking to her. Oh, let me get comfortable on my couch. I was talking to her and she was telling me when it comes to family, she made me look at it in such a different way. She said, you have your family and then you have your relatives. And I never thought about it that way. Everybody was just family. Like everybody was in the same boat. And you know what she told me? She said a lot of African-American people feel like that. Like no matter what they do, no matter what, everybody is family. You stick together, blood thicker than water. She was like, we are the hardest people to counsel sometimes because we don't get that your family is under your roof. My husband, my kids, my granddaughter, that's my family. Your relatives, who may be your aunt, your uncle, your cousin, they're still family, but they're your relatives. These are not people that you deal with on a daily, everyday basis in your home. And I think if we start, I had to learn how to categorize people the right way because I used to put everybody together. So I had to learn how to categorize people the right way. And you know what that did for me? That really, I didn't expect things like I used to after that. And so I wasn't hurt by things that they did.
It didn't happen.
Right. So, it gave me a whole nother outlet. I tell people, I'm going to tell you, like, my family is right here under this roof. Like, that's it. Everybody else, you get me when you get me. But yeah,
you get what's left of me.
You get what's left of me, and that's just it. But even before my kids, I tell people all the time, it is God, my soon-to-be husband, then my children. When you marry, that's it. You marry your spouse. That's it. Everybody else is an extension of you two. It's the same way with my husband. It's God, his wife, and then whoever else. Like, you don't put anybody above your wife with the exception of God. Like, that's it.
Never.
Yeah. So I commend him.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
When we look, because even as like you said before, the contrast between a Black woman dating a white guy versus a white guy dating a Black woman is seen in such a different light. Because then if a Black girl gets a white guy, yeah, that's okay. We cool, we chilling. But if a Black guy gets a white girl, ooh, child.
It's like,
it's
okay, girl, so I grew up on Cape Cod in Massachusetts. That's where I spent a lot of time as a child. I'm not from there, I'm from Florida, but my mom remarried and my stepfather's family was from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, so we were moved there. Now, there's not a lot of us on the Cape. So you really don't have, like, your pick is very slim if you're trying to date someone of color, because it's mostly white people. And I remember, like, the first before like, my husband or my fiance, he's Black, but I dated outside my race. So that's why, I tell women too, this is not something that I'm just saying. Like, I've dated white men before. I've dated outside my race. I've dated other races before. And you would think people don't get upset when a Black woman dates a white man. To me, it's worse. Because you have, oh yeah, you see it come out. Black men, believe it or not, Black men hate to see a Black woman with a white man.
Well, I believe that.
Yeah, it's intimidating. It's like, you for real? But they do it every day.
But it's like the slavery mentality, though, because it's kind of like, what, I'm not good enough, like, type of vibe. You see, like,
but they don't take that same mirror and turn it around to us. We're not good enough.
Exactly.
It's okay when it's you, but when it's us, you can't do that. But I'm gonna say this too. I feel like sometimes Black women are way too loyal. Now, I'm gonna say that. Like, we are loyal to Black men. Oh my God. We ride to the end. Like, we like.
Listen, Black men don't cheat.
Come on, sis. Like, I'm gonna need you. Sit him down now, because but we just choose the wrong ones. I'd be like, oh my God, like, you couldn't do I would rather you be with a white man than this. I'm like, Jesus. Then I don't take nothing away from my brothers. I tell people all the time, I am, like, as professional as I am, me and my husband are total opposites. Like, I have a very professional career. I work, my whole thing, like, my whole business is a professional side. I'm more white collar. My fiance's business, he owns a fleet, a trucker. He's a trucker. So he does truck driving. And so he's in the oil field. So he's out there 3 weeks out of the month and he's only home a week. But I tell people, anyway, the way he got into that, he's also and I guess you can't be an ex-felon, but he's a felon. So he used to sell dope back in the day. And he grew up in Miami. It's just one of those things, like, hard head, didn't have to do it, had great parents, but did it anyway, right? And then he ended up selling large quantities of narcotics. And so when he got caught, he had to do federal time. And when he got out, he just took that same, I'm saying this for the men who done messed up, you can still do better. He took that same mentality, honestly, that he had in the streets, and he just put it in trucking. And it was just, like, I'm flipping. Let me make this money. Let me flip. Let me get a truck. Let me make this money. Let me flip. Let me get a truck. You just got to do it the right way. So it's okay. I'm not saying don't date men who have done something wrong in their past or have a felony, because one, it's very hard to find a Black man who don't have a felony. It's just what it is. It's set up that way. The system is set up for them to not have. But there's always a way. There's always a way. I look at my husband now and I'm just like, yo, like, you dope. Like, you so dope. I always tell people my husband to go. I don't know a better husband than mine. Like, I'm sure another woman feel like that.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm just like, I look at him like, that's the goat. That's the goat right there.
Listen, you've been glowing ever since. Every time I see you on Facebook, I'm just like, she's just glowing.
Oh, girl, I cannot wait. I'm gonna have to like side inbox you to let you know. I don't know how people plan weddings. Oh God,
girl, we should talk.
I seriously want to elope.
Really?
No, really. Seriously.
I'm not even gonna lie, it's easier.
Yeah, I'm just like, we love Puerto Rico. That's the place that we go all the time. And so I'm like, let's just get it over with.
You and the kids.
Yeah, I was like, we could do wedding, honeymoon, all once, because it's free in Puerto Rico. The beaches are free. Everything is, you just walk down on the beach and get married. So yeah.
I don't believe you. Oh, that's what's going on here. Nella, hey, welcome to the chat. KJ, Mika. Let's see what's going on. Ken, welcome to the chat. Toughman. Let's go through. Oh, Nella is from Florida. Florida in the house.
Whoop, whoop.
Nella. I did. Which part of Florida are you from, Nella? I dated outside of my race as well. That's Nella. See, Mila TV, big up yourself. Thank you so much for tuning in. Big up yourself. I think Nella, yes, we do. Yes, we do. That's why it hurts so bad when it's over. I don't remember where that point was. Hey, ladies, happy Saturday.
How long we wait, how hard we go.
Oh.
Yeah. I think we have to learn as women too, that you're not a down chick the longer you stay and take that. That don't make you loyal.
I
think sometimes we stay and we take it because I'm riding with my man. Because I'm no.
You're riding. Happy Saturday night. It's 1 a.m. here. So hey, Pao is from Italy.
Hi, Pao.
Yeah. Hey, Teacher P. Oh no, my ex-husband is a truck driver. Whoa. I don't know. Hey, Pao. Good. Hey, Sashi. Hey, Sashi Boo.
Yeah, truck drivers. Oh.
Hey, Jay.
Listen. You gotta have a same one.
Mr. Ricardo, sorry, Palm Coast, 30 minutes from Daytona Beach. That's where she's from, Palm Coast.
Okay, from Daytona Beach. Okay, so she's further north than us. Well, than me.
Hey, Dion Taylor, why are you sad? Let's go through. Hi, to you. That's good to see you. I agree with you. Being a ride or die doesn't always work. And that's facts. Back to our interracial dating thing, because I was trying to, go through the interview. It's the hardest thing to find because everybody's trying to copy it. So I'm seeing bits and pieces of it as I go through. And I remember one interview that she did before where she was talking about how depressed she was.
Yeah.
Once you get into such a branded family, I'm going to call them that, you literally have no say-so over your life.
That's it.
Your freedom is gone.
Gone. It's like an institution.
And that's a price you pay for having certain luxuries afforded to you.
I don't
You know,
think she realized it was going to be as.
because it was
How much do we know? Honestly speaking, Black people anyway, I don't know about white people. I can only speak for Black people. How much do Black people really know about the royal family? We don't know. Like when the Queen and King come out, we don't care. Like
I can tell I don't care.
I don't care. Like I'm gonna tell you how much we don't care. Kate and what's the brother name?
I forgot.
See, okay, Kate and the other prince. They were at a Brooklyn Nets basketball game.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z and Beyonce was there. And I thought it was the most beautiful thing that they waited for them to come speak to them. Like, what?
Who are you? You in my country now.
Like, nobody knows who you are. We don't know. I don't know nothing about Queen Elizabeth, but her name is Queen Elizabeth. So you wouldn't think that, I'm sure she didn't go into it thinking that it was going to be the way that it was, because who really treats people like that? That's like prisoners.
Exactly.
But I guess if you grow up that way, though.
It's different when you grow up in a culture. When you grow up in a culture, then it doesn't seem odd or strange to you because that's the way you were brought up. Now, from a person coming into that culture, I can't have my social media. What do you mean? Like I can't have my own personal phone and stuff. I can't answer being around. Exactly. Like you're like that's uncomfortable, and that's a big change for her. To top it off, going through that, and then she's experiencing these different racism things, because I'm pretty sure people had side comments and all that stuff, and I'm pretty sure she heard, you know what I mean? So she's dealing with what? She's dealing with the change, and she's battling with the fact that she's in love with this man.
Right.
Because that ain't nothing but love.
That, and you know what? Another thing I respected about him during that interview, he said, I think Oprah said something to him, don't quote me, but she said to him, like, thank you for being here. And he was like, I'm glad to be here. But more than anything, I'm glad that my wife is here with me.
Yeah.
Like,
I heard that part.
If I was her, I would have left me. You know, like, she took that for a long time. That's.
It took a long time. She went through being pregnant.
Right.
Going through that stress being pregnant. That could not be easy.
No.
And then to be like, not accept your child.
Right.
Like, what is wrong?
Even now, you're ready to have a granddaughter.
It's like, what's wrong? Like, what is wrong with my child? Like, you know, you have a perfectly healthy baby, and they're refusing to give that baby a title because
his birthright. What is his birthright?
Yeah, because I have Black in me.
Right. You can take my birthright away from me. But I'm gonna say this: are we really shocked? Because look what they took from us. Look what they took from the natives. That wasn't your right to take. That's what we're known for. And you got to think, the U.S. started over there. That's like the home of racism. So, you know, it just came over here. But yeah, I'm not shocked at that. I'm not shocked just because of how they've treated Black people, period. I don't know. Have you ever visited the UK before?
No, I've never been to the UK.
It's very racist. And it's dumb racist. It's dumb. What I mean by that, they don't even know they're being racist. They'll do things like touch your hair.
No. Don't do that. I hate that so much. In
their head, they have no idea. Like, this is. I'm like, who raised? Like, my husband be saying, who raised you? Who raised you? No.
You don't touch a Black person.
You don't touch nobody there. We are not a spectacle. What do you think it's gonna do? Like, if you touch it, what do you think is gonna happen? It's nappy, girl. Is that what you're trying to see? We kinked up. Like,
Read some of these comments. Barbara, good night. Santi, good night. I'd rather go to Canada than America. All right. A lot of racists in America.
Facts. Yeah, I was just more open.
Yeah. Nella says, let's address the elephant in the room. Megan is as close to white as it gets. Imagine if she was black as my
beep. Right. I said that, Megan. Absolutely. Right. But she's like an inch from white. Like, even though her mom's straight, you know, she definitely took more after her father.
Yeah, she's pretty Caucasian.
Yeah, you know, but
it's crazy.
I'm just like, and you still didn't like her, and you can barely even see that child color.
Bro. Okay, so your topic is white men prefer black women. My opinion is that I'm Caucasian and with blue eyes, and I notice that I am attracted to something different from me. Afro hair is wonderful. Pow, we know this, Pow. Pow likes
you like us?
Oh my God. What the doesn't realize is that no matter what she says, the children are still who they are, which is royal. Facts. Pau says, but at the same time, I can say that I prefer nice women. Afro or Caucasian is not important. That's the same. I agree with you. Charles, welcome to the chat.
I agree with him on that. But the point is that he can openly right now say he likes black women on his feet. He never would have been able to do that, you know. Nope. But especially with blue eyes.
Hey, that's a problem. We're gonna mess up.
Right, but he's very rare. I think it's only like 8% of people who have blue eyes.
It's so
gorgeous. Gorgeous, yeah. But the fact that he can say, you know, openly, he's like he likes nice women. Absolutely, I agree with what he says. But the fact that you can admit, like, you know, how many white men could never admit that. Like, it was never something they could say openly. And I think I think Prince Harry has opened up something that people, they don't see it yet. But I think he's opened up something, because that's, to me, that was the elephant in the room. That nobody wanted to talk about how much white men love black women. Nobody never addresses that. It's like they move past that, because they still want to diminish black women. It's like they still want to make us less than. It is almost an insult for someone to be able to say, for you to be able to say around a white woman that your race of men prefer this race. It's like, what? Because who are they supposed to want more? Who are they supposed to want? Even, I'm gonna say this, even nice white women. At some, I don't care who you are, you have some sense of superiority in you, because you've been raised that way.
It's so just that way.
Yeah.
It's just that way. It's that feeling that you are better than.
You are better than. Absolutely.
Because let's say, for example, they're Caucasian couple, but the guy decides that he's gonna cheat, and he cheats with a colored woman.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna be like, you took up that? And you know, they would class that, you know, as if, so what?
Right.
It goes
it's no different though when black men cheat with white women, and a black woman is like, oh, you about to redo the whole house when that happens.
That's
I'm talking about everything must go.
That's a whole different
part. Like, yeah, no, yeah, no. So yeah, I think it's the same thing. So it is only our two races that are at each other like that. Like, it's like, you know, no other race. But you know what I tell white people all the time too? You have to know something is wrong with your race when every other race has a problem with your race. That's the issue. When everybody can collectively come together and name a reason why we all don't like you for the same reason. Like, I think somebody, right, a light bulb should come on and say, okay, we need to change. Like, Yeah.
I'm wondering because I mean, don't get me wrong. I know black women are amazing and stuff, but I wonder what triggered this from because it's from slavery days. Instead of
Yeah.
like sticking to their wife in the house, they would
Yeah.
want to be with the slaves. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so I'm wondering what draws them to
To
black
us,
women. That
oh,
yeah,
dope. Why
I know we do, but I'm just saying, this is not even like a today conversation. It's been happening since slavery when it
not?
wasn't accepted.
Because we move different. Even back then, even with them having us as slaves and out in the field or out in the yard, we were able to invent and create and do things that their wives couldn't do. We were able to make things move. Even now, today, I tell anybody, you put a black woman in a bind, you give it about 5 seconds. We about to shake, move, that thing is fixed. We hair done, nails done, legs crossed. Let's
Hey.
keep going, right? And we don't, nothing defeats us. Like we are just like, it's scary almost, I think. And I think it's amazing that we move the way that we do. And I think it's almost like a, how do they do that type thing, you know? And I believe it's just in us. I really do. I believe it's just in us. Like we're the first, like scientifically, okay, we want to look at it that way. Like we are scientifically, if we want to take it there, you know what I mean? Like we are the creator. We're the only race that can create every other race. So, you know what I mean? There you go. So there's absolutely something amazing about a black woman that you can't change and you can't take away. At the end of the day, when all of this starts over again, when everything ends, because we come into it. So when everything ends and this world comes over, I always tell people we've damaged the earth so bad. And I think people lose sight of the fact that the earth doesn't need us to live. We need the earth to live. And it's going to save itself, even at our expense. At some point, it's going to have to clean itself, right? So every time it starts over, who does it start over with? Us.
Right there. Let me read some of these. I have something that I want you to speak on in a second. Nico, welcome. Go down, go down, go down. Hey, Ricardo. Go down. Hey, tough man. Pau says, however, even I want to say that the best part when you meet a person from another country with a different culture is the culture exchange. A lot can be gained from a cultural exchange. Which
Absolutely.
Nico says, yes, we improvise, we revolve, we are like superwoman. In
Yeah.
that truth. And then Power says, Nico, you are a superhero. You got a Nico mobile like Batman got a Batmobile. Oh my god. All right. So
I
why
love
find it
that.
I, I find it when it comes down to black women and how special we are and how unique we are.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that some of us just we don't believe it though. We don't believe that we're special. We don't believe that we're amazing. We don't believe that we're powerful. Because like
Yeah.
literally, if I walk into a room,
Mm-hmm.
I own that room.
I own it,
Because
baby. I
ain't
don't care
nobody
what's going on. That's right.
exactly.
President Biden can be speaking. I'm with you, Shaw. That all I'm finna take over. Right.
Exactly. I own that room and I
I own
love working. I
it.
love that I'm a black woman. I feel that that is
Mm-hmm.
so powerful and I like speaking about it because you can't talk about being black because you ain't black. I'm
You ain't
black.
black. And
He's,
not to mention, we're beautiful. God, we're so beautiful. And so, and I don't mean to sound arrogant when I say that, but like black women are just so gorgeous. Like we are, like we really are. But I think the reason that some of us have that complex and that self-esteem issue is because that still stems back to slavery, the separation. You're not good enough. Your skin separated you. And if you were dark, you were outside. If you were light, you fit a little bit. So I'm gonna bring you in. And my husband was probably sleeping with you, or somebody was. So let me bring you in the house. You know what I mean? I think it's like that because I'm gonna tell you what I get every time without fail, and it's because of how Black women, darker Black women, are treated. I always try, no matter what, to build relationships with darker skinned women, only because I can walk in a room right now full of dark skinned women and they will automatically stereotype me. Automatically. You're going to not like me. You're going to think I'm stuck up. You're going to think I'm bougie. No matter what, light skinned women, for some reason, we get the reputation that we sleep our way to the top of everything. We got to have a bunch of men. We're privileged. We're, all these different things. And that's just because that all stems back from slavery. Oh, she a red bone. She get different things. I mean, it's how it's always been. And every time, like if I'm with another woman, I'll be like, watch this. And the darker skinned woman is going to be super rude to me. Like just super rude for no reason. Just because I'm lighter than her. Like, it's crazy.
So we're literally like doing it to each other.
Oh yeah. I definitely catch more racism, honestly, from my own people. Like I don't really, I'm sure, like white women, I don't know how else to say this, so I'm going to say it. I don't spend my days with white women. So, I don't really pay attention to it. I mean, they there, but I don't, you just there kind of type thing. My days are spent with Black or Latino women. I grew up with Black and Latino women. So that's just my, the culture that I stay in. Yeah, I normally don't go outside of the Spanish and the American and the Black culture, but I always catch it though. I always catch it. I catch it the most from dark-skinned Black women all the time without fail. It's like, and that's something that needs to, be addressed, because darker women just feel like there's a complex there. It's a complex
absolutely.
Yeah. That they're like, we're preferred over them. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. I think that starts with everybody to change that, because the truth about it is a lighter tone woman can get things before a dark skinned woman. And I've seen that happen. Like you can, right. I think because we're still doing that in today's, in the 20th century, that I think they still keep that complex. It's still like I don't like you just because of your skin. My stepmother told me one time she did not like me because I was like, you red. I don't like you. Because I was lighter tone. Sure did. I don't like red women. Sure did. I don't like red women. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
So we do it ourselves. We do it the opposite, and we do it like
sitting next to my father, mind you, who said nothing, but that's a whole nother topic. But okay, yeah, I was just saying, I'm gonna tell Shar she need to have a conversation on why men stay with women that don't accept their children. That is such a needed topic.
I got you.
Yeah, that's a needed topic. Seriously, that's like a side note. Put it out to you.
Yeah. Hey, that means we have another date. That's all.
We got another date. I'm gonna sit here and be like, what I need to tell Shaw now? I was thinking about that because I was getting ready to do this thing about stepmoms, because I'm a stepmom now. And I love it. I think it's so dope. But I see so many women who they want the man and hate the children. And it's like, and the man stays.
I was just about to get into it, but I'm going to just leave that for when we talk about
it. That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show.
Because the culture we live in does not teach that. So in terms of accepting our color and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with her. Yeah.
Our culture is so undesirable. Black don't crack. Isn't that the truth? Yes, I love me so much. I'm so radiant. We are so radiant. So many tones, so many shapes.
Yes.
Absolutely. The effects
So
of
unique.
slavery.
Yeah, it starts from there.
Everybody could be special.
They did exactly what they set out to do with that.
Yep. Everyone could be special. That's not a question of skin color, but I can understand what you mean. There are too much racism in America. Bruh.
We are not
Especially,
all.
no, we're not.
I'm
Especially
sorry.
in America, TV commercial, print ads, etc. They have used the media to make us think that the standard of beauty is white. I have a question
Mm-hmm.
about that. Now that they brought up that, because when the monkey thing was going around, right? When
Oh, the H&M?
yeah. So they put
Uh-huh.
up the thing. So I saw it and I no, this is my opinion. I looked at it and I'm like, but I don't look like that. So why should I be outraged? That's not a picture of me. Why are they putting like I don't care
Because
if you
that,
put
I
it up
think because
there.
we were referred to as monkeys and chimpanzees or whatever. That's why
That's
it's okay. Yeah, I think that's
yeah,
what it was.
I think that's what I did. But I was not outraged because I looked at it. I'm like,
Yeah.
but that don't look
I
like
wasn't
me.
outraged because, can I be honest? Before the monkey thing and after, I've never shopped on that site. Ever.
So it didn't matter.
I was like H and who? Like, like I've never shopped on that site. Like I just haven't. And somebody was like, "You ain't never went on?" And I'm like, no, never." And to this day, I still have not. Like,
It didn't matter. It didn't incite any outrage for me. And whether it was like some kind of underhanded type of racism thing that they were trying to put out, for
mm-hmm.
me, I didn't see that because I didn't
Me
see
either. Because I'm going to say this too. I have to agree with you. Because do you remember, like, when I can remember when my children were little, and I don't believe in this for little boys. Now, little girls, you can might get away with it a little bit, but I got all boys, and I just can't stand to see moms who dress their little boys in like animal outfits too long. Like, you got to cut that off. Cut it off. The boy, cut that off. Like, he should not be 1 and 2 years old running around here with giraffes on. No. Okay. So that's what I mean by that. I remember when clothes were full of animals. Like you might have like so I don't know. I wasn't outraged by it because I didn't take it. I don't know who would in this day say, "Hey, go make a shirt and put a monkey on it and put it out." Who did that? Intentionally to say, "We don't like you." I mean, I don't know. I don't know like how that happened. I never really, and I didn't say anything because you know our people, honey, we get so mad. We sit and I'm saying now, we ride together. We ride together. So, you know, I was like,
I would say nothing about that.
But me personally, I was like, okay, so this H and something place got a monkey on the shirt. Okay. Like, don't buy the shirt.
Yeah, you don't like it, don't buy it.
So I was like, another thing, like when Gucci came out with the head, with the lips. Yeah. I didn't think that was racist.
I didn't know what I was like, all right, okay.
First of all, why would you wear it? It's tacky, it's ugly. I don't know why somebody would go buy it. Because like you put this over your head and then the lips are there or whatever. But I see what they're saying because it wasn't like Sambo lips. And I don't know if you know who you remember Sambo, the Sambos they used to use, the dancing black, and they would sit them like outside houses and stuff. Like the lips on it weren't like that. They were like, you know, red, like a red lip that be on a shirt. So I'm like, okay, you know, I don't know. I just don't get outraged at certain things like that. I got outraged. I don't know if I told you about this. I had a white doctor just a month ago.
Yeah.
A month ago. I went to the doctor because Solomon and I were getting ready to go over to Puerto Rico. And I picked up my suitcase the wrong way. And I sprained my back. And it was hurting me. And I'm like, I do not want to go, because we were going for like a week. I was like, I don't want to be over here in pain. And so I go to the doctor. And when I go to the doctor, my doctor's not there. It's another doctor there. And I don't really care, because it's just a strain. You know, it's not something major. I just want something for pain because I'm getting ready to go. I don't want to go to the doctor over there. I'd rather have myself together before I get over there. So now, mind you, and I'm not taking anything away from anybody when I say this, but there's nothing about me, if I'm walking up to you or sitting next to you or having a conversation with you, there is nothing about me that says ghetto, hood, ratchet, nothing. I don't have that type of demeanor when I go anywhere. But it wasn't that. That's why I tell people it's not even that. It's the fact that we're Black. Some white women have an issue with you just being Black. And this doctor, she comes in, and I'm upfront about what I'm there for. Like, I'm not trying to, I'm just like, hey, I'm getting ready to go out. You know, I'm getting ready to go out of the country. No, not in the country. I remember Puerto Rico used to be out of the country. I'm getting ready to go to Puerto Rico. I sprained my back. I was like, and I just need something to relax it. So that way, because I was popping like 4 ibuprofen every 4 hours. And a doctor told me, he was like, don't do that. That's too many ibuprofen. You can pick them like that. But I was hurting so bad. And she looked me in my face and said, oh, I'm not giving you pain medication. She did. Like, I said, excuse me? Why wouldn't you give me pain medication? Why? Why? Why wouldn't you give me something to, I'm not saying you got to give me some type of narcotic or something, but I'm sure there's something that you can give me that's stronger than ibuprofen. I'm telling you why I'm here. Now, I'm a regular patient here, okay? She doesn't know me. I've never met her. Now, I'm furious. I go from 0 to 1,000 in about 2 seconds. The nurse comes in and she's like, hey, Miss Bagley, because everybody knows me around there. She just didn't know me. And I'm like, and she's like, Miss Bagley, what's wrong? And I'm like, who is that doctor? Like, I want her name. I want her NPI number. Who is that doctor? Because I am about to report her. And they're like, Miss Bagley, what happened? And then the director comes out and she's like, what happened? And I was like, the only reason this woman refused that to me is because I'm Black. There's no other reason. Why wouldn't you? You can look at my records and tell that I've never gotten pain medication ever a day in my life. I'm a regular patient. My son comes here. I come here. It's not like, I'm not coming in here tweaking or, I'm upfront with you about what's going on with me. This is what happened. This is what I'm getting ready to do. And she was so nasty with me. And that was just, that's just another, and I took it. So the only reason I took that complaint so far is to let her know you can't go around doing this. Like, I'm going to take it all the way to the board, because you can't go around you can't. How many other Black women have you refused medical care? Just because you felt like it. I'm like, left there because I was so angry. I leave there. I go to the hospital next to me. I end up going to the ER. Because I want something. Spanish doctor, love her. Big up to Dr. Rodriguez. Go in there. She's like, what happened? And I'm already furious. So I don't tell her. I was just like, well, this is what happened. I need something for pain. She's like, okay. Send the nurse in there. She goes to touch to feel where it was. She found exactly where it was, because it was like coming from one spot and it was hurting so bad it was coming down my arm. She found it where it was. She's like, hold on, let us give you something right now. And then I'm also going to give you something for later. Because, just this no problem. Didn't give me any issue at all. That lady looked at me and was like, no, keep taking ibuprofen. Told me that out of her mouth.
That's
and that's just an example of just because. They even had a thing we did about women having babies. Like, even our maternal death rate is higher, Black women. And it doesn't matter about how much money you make. It's just race.
Point blank, period.
Right. She knows. She saw me when I walked in there. She knew I wasn't a person. This is not it's just, I don't like them. I almost felt like she would have felt better if I was like, if I had like blue hair or something. It doesn't matter though. If somebody comes in there and they're having an issue, you're a doctor. You're supposed to serve them. Right.
You took an oath to do this, so.
Yeah. And she didn't expect me to take it that far. And normally I wouldn't, because everybody came out and spoke to me because they knew. And then they told her. It was like, this is not going to end. This is not the end of this. Like, we know her. Like, yeah, and they know. Like, I'm not mean. But I'm going to tell you, but I am professional and I don't play. I don't play about stuff like that. Like, for you, like, I'm almost like, how dare you? Mm-hmm. How dare you handle me that way? Yeah, it's not the end of that. Yeah.
Drew talk.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then I go somewhere and in 10 minutes,
you get
treated.
Different race.
Sushi, good night. Paul says, I'm so white, almost transparent like a ghost.
Oh my God. Wait, these are running up. Oh, there's a lot of comments. Give me 1 second. Ooh, where was I? Sushi. Back here. Okay. So TWTS says, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. Now but ourselves can free our minds. Famous Bob Marley song right there. Oh Lord, that is a real topic. I think it's ridiculous to not like someone because of the lightness of their skin.
Yeah. Happens.
Thank you, TWTS. Big up yourself. Hey, Sadiki. Hey, Shar, good night. I was watching your live yesterday, but boy, my phone dead. I couldn't comment. Thank you so much for liking the song. Thank you. Sushi says, you notice it's the people that it don't speak up to.
Yeah.
That affects. Example, Trudeau with his dark face, we weren't bothered by it, but other races were. Fact. Isn't Trudeau white though?
Who is Trudeau?
Oh, he's a president of Canada.
Oh, child, see.
Listen, I want you to school it, so let's
like, no, You're in my world, like, no.
Oh my God. Hey, tough man. Nella says, I wasn't outraged because it was a handsome little boy and the picture was super cute. Also, his parents allowed it. So why are we all mad?
I did not know why we were so mad at that. And I'm like, it was, when I saw the picture, I didn't get mad at it. I was just like, okay, y'all stretching it a little bit. Like, yeah.
Exactly. It was
and you can be so sensitive to everything. Like, every monkey is not about you.
Listen.
Poor monkeys just get neglected now. Monkeys like, look, they won't even use us no more. Like, we just over here can't do nothing. We got a job. Like,
oh my God. Mika says, Mika, I didn't know that you had a premiere. I'm going to watch it right after. You should have said something so I could have it running at the same time. Everything becomes about race nowadays. Facts.
Yes.
Right, Sushi. It didn't bother me at all. The media went overboard, in my opinion. That's true. When I was young, my schoolmates called me little mozzarella cheese because my skin is really so white. They felt me like if I was sick, but that was a lesson. Don't discriminate. Facts. Even white discriminate against each other. Like,
your mama, fight kids. Let me tell you, I will fight a kid. Your mama should have been up there. Let me stop. Go ahead. See.
Listen,
I was at the bus stop waiting on him. Who child look like mozzarella cheese? Who child look like mozzarella cheese? What you say?
Right. Sometimes people just look at everything to cause a race war. Yep. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes they are being racist, but in the shirt case, I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel that way either.
Me either.
Nico says, sorry, Paul. A's Nation, good night. Welcome to the live stream. Nico said, I'm glad you didn't let them make you mean and hateful. Facts. Nico, just don't get it. I was like, why is this an issue when people dress like whatever for Halloween and nobody say nothing? But let me guess, he is the Prime Minister of Canada. So so he wore blackface. The famous
now that's different.
So he wore blackface for Halloween.
Yeah, that's the issue.
He wore blackface for Halloween as the president of Canada. So
yeah, I don't care if you wore blackface on a Tuesday. That's the issue. That's just
blackface is deep though.
Yeah, and that's direct. You're trying to be racist. I'm putting it in your face. I don't like that. You're trying to be racist. Like there's no way to even justify that.
Yeah. You can't claim ignorance either. As a prime minister of a country, you can't claim ignorance on it. You can't. You just can't.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's crazy. He should have been like something because that's
should have been more clear where when he comes on.
Is he still the prime minister?
He is. He was reelected.
But that goes to tell you about the country.
I still live here, okay? I still live here. God bless Canada.
Oh Lord, poor thing. Okay. But poor thing for me too, because I'm not only in the US, but I'm in South Florida. Okay.
Listen.
So me afford to live in South Florida? Oh God, no. You know, like I'm not supposed to be. Yeah. No, you don't do that. We have our, same thing. And here it's blatant. Like here it's just
in your face.
Yeah. In your face. Oh yeah, it's in your face. But I'm gonna say this too. They know who to play with. People know who to play with.
Oh,
like I don't have a face that they play with me. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I was working in Massachusetts, summer job at Six Flags. I was working at a Papa John's. And so this lady comes up and she orders fries. She gets the fries. I deliver the fries. The fries are cold. I turn around and I hear my coworker make a sound. I turn around. She threw the fries in the girl's face. I was like, you knew I wasn't the one. I bet you knew I was not the one. Listen.
Yeah, that would have been, girl. I tell people I go from 0 to jail real quick. Like you would not. Okay.
Listen, you're not paying enough to be disrespected by anyone in any way, shape, or form.
Anyone. We're gonna address that right then and there. Right. Now I'm gonna say this. I think we need to get to the point where I don't agree with violence, but sometimes you need a fry thrown in your face.
Listen, well, you know what? Here's what I'll say to that, because I've had scenarios happen to me before when somebody's in my office and they start to get an attitude, and I'm like, "Can you leave?"
Yeah,
because you're not gonna be sitting in my office and So the door is
me, well, who's the owner of this? Well, I am. No, who owns it? You're just the manager. Who? No, I am. It's like me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like Google me. Google me. No. I'm the owner. Like, no, you can't come in here demanding nothing. Like,
respectful with that too. Is like, who's the owner? I'm the owner. No.
Who's the real owner? You just the manager. Like it blows them that you actually own something. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, it's off my hand sanitizer. Got you. There. Nico, nice. No problem. I wanted only to explain my experience, but that made me stronger. I love myself and I love everyone here. Oh, Pal, we love you too.
Oh, me too. Look to your blue eyes.
Hey, Shalisa, thank you so much for joining the live. Sadiki, let's go down. Albert Einstein said race does not exist, but there is racism.
Yep. Amen.
Right
He is
there.
right about that. That is so deep. What you just said, Albert Einstein, that is so deep. People don't get that. It is not. That was created.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Down. Sorry, I wish I could join. I call you out on a 5. Hey, listen, let me tell y'all something about y'all 5-minute makeup challenge. Listen, I'm gonna need y'all.
5-minute makeup challenge. Oh my God. Okay, so you got to do makeup in 5 minutes?
Yeah, I've been called out by more than one person. I'm not
I don't
playing.
wear makeup. Okay, if I wore makeup, I could do it in 5 minutes because I don't wear nothing. So what you got to do? What you got to put on?
Listen, you got to do your brows. You got to put on foundation. Listen,
Oh, yeah.
Listen. It takes me 5 minutes to put on my lip gloss. What you guys want me to do?
Okay, here's my thing. I never learned how to apply makeup. And foundation is, and one time somebody put foundation on my face and it broke me out so bad. And I was like, but I'm sure it is the foundation that works for me. I just never, from that point, I never, did anything. But I never figured out how to do like makeup. I
learned on YouTube.
Did you?
YouTube. And I'm still learning. Yeah, YouTube. That's just what it is. And going to Sephora and spending a bunch of money listen, it's good that you don't wear makeup. I can't
do it because, and I'm like, you have to do this every day. Like I can't do this.
Oh, I do it every day. Girl.
How often do you wear makeup?
So here's the thing for me, if I'm gonna come live or I'm making a video, that's when I wear makeup.
Gotcha.
In real life, if I'm not going out, I'm not doing my makeup. Because first of all, it takes me at least an hour or an hour and a half to do my makeup. If I'm lazy, it takes me 30 minutes because I just put on foundation. Because today is a lazy day. This is just foundation and lashes, literally, and do my eyebrows. That's it. But
what else can you do? Oh my God. Me and you always right. We don't went up. Sorry, y'all. We don't went all into a makeup tutorial. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Alexander. Welcome, Servant David. Welcome to yours. Welcome. You're welcome, pal. Nico, this is one of her many videos, but she's amazing. Oh, talking about somebody else. That's not our conversation right there. Let's go back up. These are jumping. Sarah, no. It takes me 5 minutes to just put on lashes. I told you 5 minutes for her to put on lashes right there.
Okay, but when you put on lashes don't count as makeup.
It is a part of it.
That's
but you
not makeup.
You don't have to do it in a challenge though. That's the thing. Because
I do wear lashes. I do my lashes myself though. Yeah.
Exactly. Lashes do something extra to your face though, even if you're not.
It makes me look like I have makeup on.
Exactly.
Like, it makes me look like it. So I'm just like, oh yeah, with the lashes.
Lashes.
Yeah.
Hey, Songbird. Welcome. If it's the first time on the stream, please like, subscribe, and share, Songbird. She'll kill me. I only wear makeup for videos. Me too, girl. It's too much work. Did you write a book? No. All right, I think we got through it. There's one more thing that wait, Troopsy, big up yourself. Welcome to the stream, Troopsy. When the little girl that was in a ad, her hair was not necessarily brushed up properly, and there was a big hoopla about that. There's a couple things that came to mind. First of all, her parents.
Yes.
Because if you take a colored person to an audition or to anywhere, you need to find out, first of all, do you have somebody there that can groom a colored person's hair? Because it's It's not the same. You know what I mean? So if you want the hair to look a particular way, her parents were there. So clearly her parents were okay with her hair and showing all the, because some people are like, oh, they could have brushed up this. And I felt like they were nitpicking. Like, because it's a kid. You know what I mean? And I like, it's a kid.
I don't think it should have had anything to do with race at that point. I think to me, it should have been more, the focus should have been more on grooming. Just regular grooming. You know what I mean? Like, you don't take your kid out any kind of way. Like, it's just what it is.
It's just grooming.
Even if she was a little white girl and her hair was halfway up in a ponytail and she was looking like she wasn't kept together, I would have said something about that, Mom, too.
Yeah, but you know, there wouldn't be an uproar about that. They wouldn't care. Nope. Exactly. So like everything that's happening now, we are so hypersensitive.
Very.
Comes on to race. Everything that somebody does, oh, it's race. It's this. Don't get me wrong.
It has to be racism.
Don't get me wrong. A lot of things that are done are definitely, you know, geared. I'm gonna give you an experience, and a lot of people were like, "Why are you saying it's racism?" It's not. So I have a video on my channel as well, where I went to a restaurant and we had a beautiful evening. The restaurant, amazing food. Bill comes, you know, I pay my portion, my friends take their portion and stuff like that, and everybody tips. Everybody has their own individual tip. I have my own individual tip, so I tip based on my bill. The owner walks over to the table. Hi, did you have a good night? First of all, we were celebrating somebody's birthday. And normally when you go to this particular place and you're celebrating birthday, they offer you free champagne or free dessert. None of that.
Me. Okay.
Or they write happy birthday on the dessert. None of that. She comes over. Hi, did you have a good night? Was the service okay? Yes, the service was perfect. We had a good night. I was just wondering because we only received a $5 tip. It took a moment to sink in. All black table, by the way. It took a moment to sink in. We sat there, we're like, wait a minute. What just happened? Because my tip is definitely not $5. Mind you, the table was over $500 that we spent there. Over $500 that we spent there.
Okay.
So I go up to her and I was like, I think that was very disrespectful and rude. Like, why would you come over to a table and say that? She's like, well, because you tip below the standard. You should tip at least 20%. I'm like, who told you that? Are you in my pocket? And she's like, do you want me to show you the receipt? I'm like,
no, why are we having this conversation?
Thank you. I was so pissed because honestly, I've been there before. I've been to that place before, but I've always gone with somebody else of another race. I've never just gone with the all black crew. It's always been with, you know, a Caucasian person. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So this experience for me was like, you coming at me after we just spent collectively $500 and some in a time where in recession, first of all, there's COVID and your business is barely getting anybody in there. We were the only ones there. And you're going to come up to and
that did you do a review?
Oh, it's on my channel. Like I did a whole
review. Do a review on them on that, like a Google review?
I of course, everything. I
oh my God.
And you have those that were coming at was like, oh, but you should have tipped more or whatever. I'm like, keep watching the channel, like and share, because I'm not even. Because you're gonna have those who come at you and say, oh, it wasn't a race thing, it's not. Yes, the hell it was. You would never go over to a Caucasian table and be like, oh,
you would never have even said anything. Like, that's so rude.
Bruh, let me tell you, I will never.
I do not know how I would have reacted with that.
we were so mad because it was like her birthday and we had a good time. We genuinely enjoyed the food. Like we genuinely had a good time and everybody tipped. Okay, if it collectively didn't add up to like 20%, I know I tipped 10% of what I did, right? I don't know what everyone else tipped, but I know what I did. Based on, but in my pocket, the fact that I'm giving you a tip, it's my discretion. If you wanted a mandatory tip, you put it in your bill and you say mandatory gratuity, or this is added to the bill once you know what I mean?
Right.
You do that. But it's up to my discretion. You're going to tell me that I'm supposed to tip you 20%. Because what? Like, why?
Okay, here's my thing with that. So I do tip 20% no matter where I'm at. I tip anywhere between 20 and 25%. Like that's just a norm for me. My issue with it is not that. It's not my issue. The tip part isn't the part that I have an issue with is the fact that you said something to me about it. Like we had a conversation about what I chose. It's not mandatory. I chose to give you a 10% tip. When
I was so confused. I was like, when you said you only get $5, I'm like, $5? You want to see me take up my receipt? I was like, wait, did I do something?
Why am I having this conversation?
I'm like, what? I literally took out my bill and I was like, wait, I'm confused. $5? What?
Are you even allowed to ask somebody that at a restaurant?
I didn't think that was even allowed. I was so pissed off. I did a whole rant on my channel about it because, and then listen, man. And they thought that they let me tell you what they feel like if they come at me, if I put something out there and you come at me, I'm gonna go under my bed and I'm gonna take it off the internet. No, it's gonna live on forever. So you coming at me, making your comments, I dare you to step to me. That's all. I was like, y'all can keep typing on your keyboard, like. Because I know people that work there too that said they experienced racism as well. Because let me tell you, Black people come to the door in the morning before it's open. Black people go to the back door when it's closed. They don't come to the front door as employees. Straight up. So people are coming, well, they're not racist. Yes, the hell they are.
Yes, they are.
But a lot of people.
What's up with the Black people, though? Okay. What's up with the Black people even allowing them to make them go out the back door? Does everybody go out the back door?
No. That's the thing. No. So it's like modern day type of,
that is not modern day. That is
coming early, but coming through the back door.
That is right. We don't want you to be seen. That's like, oh my God, I would never eat there.
Girl, I've never been back over there. If anybody's having an event there, I'm like, listen, I wish you well, but this girl is not showing up. I'm not showing no support whatsoever to that place over there. Never again. I don't care how good your food is. I don't care how good the place looks. I'm not coming back because clearly you don't know how to treat people. You don't. Let me tell you, that night I was.
Oh my God, I am so sorry you experienced that.
I've never experienced that anywhere, no matter where I've traveled to, no matter where I've at. Like that restaurant is not even the best one that I've ever been to, and it's kind of like I've never been treated that way. So I'm just like,
whoa,
you in a small town, and you go do that. Yeah, but racism is real. It ain't no joking.
It is definitely real. Absolutely.
Bruh. But yeah,
but yeah, we're gonna have to get together on another topic sometime soon.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. I'm gonna just run through these comments real quick. Nekwa, no, she literally started YouTube about 8 months ago, but no, that's not for us. That's a different thing. No, I didn't think it was racist, but her mammy should have done better about the little girl. I called you out. No, her hair was all over her head. I was mad at her mama. She knew
Mm-hmm.
that the black folk don't let our children walk around like that. Real talk.
Exactly.
Real
Exactly.
BRB. Wow. This is, yeah, they are. No, real quick, how they truly feel about you. Yep. Richard, it's called Shirkas on the Snai. It's only here in Fort Mac. It's not a chain or anything. Hey, Christina. Hey. Hayden, big up yourself. Golda, big up yourself. Thanks for joining in. When I was in college, I was a waitress and we were never allowed to ask for or insinuate getting a tip. And back then, waitress only made $2.50 an hour. Talk about it.
I think they still make that.
Isn't minimum wage a little bit higher though? Don't they get a little bit higher now?
No, minimum wage, that's what they were just fighting for. Our minimum wage is still $7.25 or $7.50.
Bruh. Yo.
How do people live off of that? I have no idea.
That's crazy. Wow. Hey, London boy. Tough man. He trips Miss Rena. If I ever go to America and them going with racism, I'm gonna give them. So if I ever go to Jamaica and they are racist towards me, essentially, I'm gonna give them the Jamaican style, bro. What? They make $4 now. Oh, $4 an hour, bro.
Oh wow. What, in Canada?
No. Nella's in Florida.
Oh wow.
Minimum wage is going up to $10 per hour.
When?
I don't know. Nella, when is it going up?
Well, right now it's $7.25, $7.50, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been like that for years. I think since 2007.
I feel like 2007 or 2006. It's been a while. I feel like that was what it was.
Yeah. One of those years, though. Yeah, one of those years. It needs to be, like, I agreed with the $15 minimum wage because our cost of living is so high now. And I feel sorry for people who make $15 and $16 an hour. How do you live? How do you live? Like, it's crazy.
It's like, oh man, for everyone else, oh, that's for her daycare because she owns a daycare.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while. When I was working in the States back in 2007, I was making it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been a while. Absolutely. Last comment, people don't mess with Jamaicans, so they won't even try the racist mess with you, with us, O'Shade. Listen, they tried it.
Oh, it happened everywhere. I don't care what your culture is. Like,
they tried it, Christina. Yeah. How are you getting back? Only $15. Real facts. But yeah, oh my God. I want to thank you so much for coming on. I was so, when I saw you go live on the topic, I was like, yes, I was talking about that. So
I'm actually getting ready to do another one on the Gay BCs. Have you seen that book?
No.
It's such a controversy right now. Yeah.
Why we gotta mess with the ABCs though?
I'm gonna encourage you to read it.
Do I want to? Is it different?
I have the book. I read it.
Is it about being knowledgeable about the community?
About our community, because what I told parents, like, you're gonna have to be realistic about the world we live in. You may not like it, but we have lesbians, right? They need to know what gay is. Most kids don't even know what gay is. when you ask them. They tell it's something completely different. They need to understand what transgender is. They need to understand these things, because now I think, because we're getting taken out of our comfort zone, because all you want to see is normal, so what's going to happen is you're going to keep raising kids that treat gay people as if it's a disease or something.
Yeah, but who normalize? I always wonder, like, who determines what is normal? You know what I mean? Like, who?
I already know how that go. If they can't, I feel like they do that when they can't make money off of it, but whatever. They can't tax something with it. It just be like, But I'm saying, it's been gay people forever. Like,
it's not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere. Like, and kids need to know. I was like, most kids don't even know their real body parts when they're young. You can still calling them tatas and cookies.
Right? That's actually there was I was on Active Troopsies Live, and there was a transgender that actually came up, a Jamaican transgender, and we we're having a really good conversation about his transformation and stuff like that, and the stigma around it, and how you're treated once you are Jamaican, living in Jamaica, and you come out as an activist. You're instantly a target.
Wow.
Instantaneously a target. You know what I mean? Because it's still a homophobic culture.
It is.
You know what I mean? And there's no way around it. There's no way to say it pretty or anything. While you might not agree with somebody's life choices,
right?
It is their life choices, and you got to respect that.
Some people, love is love. Like, love who you want. Let people love whoever they want. Like, it's not, I think the biggest thing with parents is, like, I just think, don't teach your children to hate. I think we teach our children, whether it's directly or indirectly, you teach them to hate. And you can't walk around here in this world hating people because they see things differently than you. Like, who are you?
That's true.
Yeah, who are you? So, yeah, I think it was such a good thing. And I'm a Christian. And so because I'm a Christian, a lot of times I try to correct my fellow Christians when we start, attacking people. And, I tell them all the time, people look at us, they listen to us, and they look at us from afar. And we have to reflect what we preach. Our God is a God of love. He don't love a lesbian, a gay person, a transgender, a person who doesn't identify any less. Like, you don't get privileged. There are no box seats in heaven. It ain't, you heterosexual, you get to sit right here.
No VIP.
Right. No. So, yeah, I thought that was a really good thing to talk about. But yeah, those two things have been playing in my head. The whole stepmom thing.
Yeah. After you do it over here, we need to come over here and because Saturdays are not going to have an open conversation type of vibe, right?
Yeah, me too. This is I'm usually free on Saturday night. So yeah, we need to start having a girls thing or something.
We should.
Yeah, bring some wine and make it
girl. I was about to say wine. Stop it.
Yeah, bring some wine and make it every other Saturday. Do a sipping stick or something. I don't know. I'm playing with something in my head, but yeah. And so just have these general conversations. I think it'd be dope. So,
it's fun. I love catching up with you. It's always a good time.
Always.
Thank everybody for joining us. Vicky, thanks for coming over, even though you were late. Thanks for coming over. Big up yourself. J Crazy J.A., big up yourself. Black women tend to treat men from other races better than Black men, especially good Black men. Let me read that again. Black women tend to treat men from other races better than Black men.
I agree.
Do we?
I agree with that statement, actually.
Do we though?
We do. I've seen it. And it's because even Black women now have been taught that Black men aren't anything. They're all, they're all no good. Even if they are. And so
wait, is it as a result of how we are being treated by the other race that
I agree.
we give off a different energy?
I think that, and I think because it's the same thing as black men with white women, I think is you feel like you have something better. So I'm going to cater to that more because it's better. So I have to agree with him on that. You know, normally I'd be like, what? But that is a very true statement.
I don't know. That one just threw me a while ago. I'm like,
yeah, that is a very. I've seen it happen, and so I'm just like, I think a lot like when we talk about just Black love, period. We gotta get back to loving ourselves so we can love each other the right way,
absolutely.
like healthy way. We don't have a lot of times we don't have healthy relationships because we've been programmed that Black marriage doesn't work. Black couples don't work. Like that's the narrative that's been pushed. So it's almost like we go into marriage and relationships looking for something to happen. It's True. Not, yeah, it's like, okay, how long is this gonna last? Like you're already speaking death over it before it even gets started. So then when you have like a Black woman, and I've seen that, what he just said, date a white man, I'm talking about she is everything a Black man would appreciate, but she won't do it in her own race. Because she feels like another part of that, and we have to have a conversation about this too, and I'm just going to be real because I done dated on both sides. Another part of that is Black men don't financially take care of Black women the way other races do.
Hey.
That's real. That's real. You know, like I tell Black men all the time, like, I don't know, like our culture is the only one that I know. And I don't even include my husband in this because if my husband sit here, he'll be like, but I always tell him you don't count because you was raised with Spanish people. It's different. So because you were raised with Spanish people, it's a different, thing. Different. So yeah, my husband's Black, but he might as well be Dominican. Like, even though Spanish is not his first language, you would think that he's more, to me, his culture is more that way. But I tell a lot of Black women, I hear people only in the Black culture, maybe it's somewhere else though, I don't know. Only with American Black men do we split bills. Like, where we do that at?
It's a whole conversation. Oh,
yeah. Like, you're supposed to, I don't know. I don't know where it comes from, but women clearly are still splitting bill. Ain't no way in hell I'm finna split a bill with my husband. Is you out your mind? No, ma'am. I'm like, we didn't even have to have that conversation. I'm like, y'all talking about that? Like, y'all having a whole conversation about that? Who comes and asks their wife but they justify it. They have a whole conversation, but y'all want to be equal, and y'all want, and I'm sitting here like, every time it happened, I'd be like, baby, I love you. I love you. I'm like, what? Are you out your mind? Like, no. And you got Black women now who conform to it. They're like, oh, well, it's okay. Like anything. I'm like, no, stop that. It's not okay. You should not be. No. I don't care if you work. I don't care if you work, he work. If my husband's sitting here, that's a good topic to have with him. He always say, I hear these men talking about, but my wife work and she have an income and, I don't make as much. And, that's why we split the bills. And he's like, I can't believe what happened to you go get enough jobs until you make enough to take care of your family. Why is your wife putting in on that? Like, what? But I'm telling you, I've never seen that except for in the Black American culture. I'm sure it does happen somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, I've always seen that. And I'm going to be honest, that's one of the things that kind of keeps me from dating in the Black American rim. For that reason, it's the financial part, because they have a different upbringing when it comes to finances and taking care of a family. To them, it's okay to split bills. It's okay. And I'm just like,
no, I feel like it shouldn't be a conversation. I feel like we're a team.
Never. Yeah.
I don't feel like it should be like, oh, so where's your 50% of the mortgage? Oh,
I'm telling you, Shaw, they do it. I am not playing it.
They do it. I know they do it.
Like that. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I tell people all the time, like my husband makes decent money. I make decent money. If something happens, of course I'm going to do it because I'm his wife. I'm his hubby, you know what I mean? So I have to make sure I can take care of my house just as well as him. But as long as your husband should not even be your husband if he can't financially support a family. Like, that's part of being a husband. I see some people that shouldn't even be dating. Like, how you gonna date and be broke?
Listen, you're gonna start a fight over here right now.
I'm like, where they do that at? Like, who dating broke? Like, why you even want to lay up with a woman and you don't have no money?
Y'all got
let me get off this line with you because we be done, huh? We done started some fish. I'm telling you, we're gonna have all these conversations. We need a Saturday sipping. We need a sip or something. We're gonna have to come up with something Saturday.
We're gonna talk about it. But yeah, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. And we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it work.
All right, we will. I will talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, you guys be good. Good night.
All right. So guys, let's go through the comments. You can go ahead. So let's go through the comments, guys. I don't agree that all Black men feel that way, but from personal experience, while dating other races, they treat us better. Now with it, I feel like my experience, they have treated me better. Oh, no, it's not all about stability. Black people tend to love based on stability. Hey, KK, thanks for joining. Getting through the comments, guys. But I start out treating good and with respect unless they give me a reason not to. That goes for any race to me. There you go. Person in general wants stability. I've never been with women from other races, and I don't need to, and I don't want to. Big up yourself, Jay Crazy. Right, that's what she. Nella, I know you would agree with Nakia. Vicky C. Big up yourself, Vicky C. Yes, because men from other races hold better jobs, etc., than Black men. I don't know if I agree with that though. I feel like you have a lot of Black men that have like really good jobs. Miss Pretty Lady on the screen. She gone, Vicky. My ex-husband made $60K a year. Not all the time. Nick. I treat a Black woman great, but not all Black women tend to gravitate to awesome treatment from Black men based on her experience. Tottenham and J. Craze. What's this? Jay, are you married? Nella, men from other races are more financially stable than Black men. I feel like we're generalizing that statement too much, dear Chris. I think that's too much of a broad statement to make. In my family, my dad paid the bills. Trust me, Nikki, the Jamaican culture is much worse. Tottenham. Nella, now I'm single for 3 years now. People, J. Craze is single, he's looking for the one. Pick up yourself, Roger. If me have a man, me nah split no bills. Before so me stay single and pay my bills them myself. Argument done. Tata man. Mika say, I'm not doing it. Talk the man. Exactly, Miss Pretty Lady. Talk out a clean boat. Man, take heed. Exactly. Stop dating broke. Now, when I say stuff that they get mad, I don't like your style. Big up on yourself, everybody, for coming on this live stream. Thank you again to Nakia for joining me. Me and Nakia are going to try to make this every other Saturday occasion where we come on and we just talk. We just talk about everything. Tripsy says single life all the way. You're gone. Tripsy, you're not single, FYI. Clifton, be big up yourself. 10% black men have good job. Right. So Clifton, you go for statistics. But big up yourself, guys. Thank you so much. You all know I don't do long lives. Remember, Nigel is gonna have a party tonight, guys. You guys wanna go over, have some fun. If anybody can drop Nigel's link, I would greatly appreciate it. One of the moderators, can you drop Nigel's link for me, please, before we go, so that you guys can check that out. And guys, tomorrow, remember, we're back here tomorrow at 4 p.m. Jamaica time. We're going to be launching Spotted Talent. So if you know anybody with talent and think they would want to be a part of this talent competition, it's going to be one of the most amazing things on YouTube on a Sunday evening, this talent show, guys. So if you know anybody that wants to be a part of it, please let them know to be here 4 p.m. Jamaica time tomorrow on this channel, where myself, Nigel, and Shane from the SNG family will be discussing it. We will be the 3 judges for this competition. There is a cash prize. You already know. What you gotta say, J Craze? You never seen me before, so how you know me nice? Look at that. Let me go up. I think I missed a couple of comments, guys. Ooh. Yes, stupid. That's what I'm saying. Vicky, you're too nice to be single. Yeah, Trupsy, you've been cuffed. Single life. KK, may I find you one pastor? Big up the 2 woman them. Yeah, you need to call them Trupsy. But I like when you just say that and I call name, I can't any 2 woman. You need to make them know which 2 woman. J Crazy, you never see me before. That's Nigel link right there that KK drop, guys. If you don't have Nigel, please to like and subscribe to his channel as well. We're gonna be having a party there later. We can see over your channel. Oh, I can't drop it. I'm not in. It's okay, Oshane. KK dropped it. And Nico. Nella also dropped it. Yes, Paul, we are winding down. That's Nigel link right there, guys. If you don't have him, please subscribe. Let's stay single females if we have to split bills with men. Oh, God. Can't buy that. J Craze gonna follow you back. Okay, Vicky C. I just sub. Pick up yourself, Paul. Okay, Vicky. Hello, I'm not calling him. May I tell Cindy say you're not one in our public? It's all right. We're gonna stop owning you, Trupsy. We're gonna stop owning you. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I know say I'm tired already because I have other lives to do tonight. But big up on yourself. Trupsy, you're going live tonight? Are you going live tonight, Trupsy? Yes, no, maybe so. Single life is much better as well. Big up yourself. Paul, you almost sound like a Jamaican right there, so you know when you write big up yourself. Jaja. Even Trupsy. Yeah, guys, but party at Nigel's tonight. Party at Nigel's tonight, guys. What's this? As Tough Man would say, girls, if you not have him, grab him. Right, that's a she. I will be free tomorrow. 16, big up yourself. Power try hard. Vicky, see what I do. Happy Sunday. Yeah, later. So, guys, it's Nigel and then it's Trupsy TV right after. So, if you don't have Trupsy, please grab her. Power cash on good. Not true. Your teeth, me all know. Me not get my popsicle. Don't forget live performance. Why may I read that out loud? Man, now I read it out loud 16. But Mika, big up yourself. Mika, may I go watch your premiere because me never know say I have one go on. Nico, next time, Imo Nico. Jeez, Nico, I call my name. Mika, next time, tell me say you have a premiere before you come off, no miss, so we can see it too. Simple things. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. We about to close off right now. Thank you so much for being here. Big up on yourself. See you guys at Nigel's later, and then Troops later on after that. Big up on yourself. I'm hungry. Maga eat. Someone have to eat pan Troops live. London boy, big up yourself. Good night. Good night. Good night. Bye, guys. I'm gonna go on now. Later. Bye. But Troops use him for our outro. See it there? Right.